Call of Duty has had many amazing guns that give us fond memories, but they don't always do a great job and create some of the most infuriating weapons. So I thought, why not take a look back at the most annoying gun from every Call of Duty? Time to bring back memories of weapons that just weren't quite right. COD4-MW22, the best gun in the game by a mile that was so overused that it became a nuisance. And if I'm being truly honest, it wasn't nearly as bad in COD 4 as it was in COD 4 Remastered. And that's because when it was first released, nobody knew what the good or bad weapons were and just played the game to have fun. It was eventually figured out, but not completely annoying. But for the COD 4 Remastered era, everybody already knew, and for those that didn't, don't worry, my other YouTube creators would let everyone know about the M16's ability to one burst across the entire map while having no recoil. A weapon that is truly this broken in comparison to all other guns in the game is a bit annoying to die to every single game. World at War Springfield. Now this weapon is annoying for the completely opposite reason to the M16. They took this classic United States World War II weapon and made it completely and utterly awful. Trying to use this weapon was complete torture, and it wasn't just awful in multiplayer, it was notoriously the worst weapon in Call of Duty Zombies history, where a sniper rifle couldn't even one-shot zombies to the chest in round 1. How do you not realize that that's completely stupid? It's just so sad how they butchered this weapon, and it makes other notoriously bad weapons look good. I think this is arguably the worst gun ever put into Call of Duty. Put some respect on the Springfield in the next World War II COD, please. Modern Warfare 2 grenade launchers. Honorable mention is gonna have to go to the pre-patched Model 1887s, and I know, I'm sort of cheating with the grenade launcher because it isn't technically a gun. But I'll rebuttal with, why is it what I died to the most in Modern Warfare 2? I'd rather deal with Commando Pro and Final Stand than grenade launchers with one-man army in danger close any year, any month, any day of the week, or any second of the day. These things give me PTSD just remembering all the cross-map, no-look grenade launcher shots leading to nukes being achieved in 30 seconds. I would just like to say, grenade launchers. Thank you. I want you to leave a comment of what you think the most annoying gun in all of Call of Duty history is. I'm curious to what you guys think. And also, make sure to vote on the new poll that is live now for what you want the next video to be. Black Ops 1 PM63. Most of you probably thought I'd say the China Lake because it's basically the grenade launcher for Modern Warfare 2, but really bad, so annoying for the opposite reason. But no, I went a different route with the PM63, a gun I wanted to like so badly. It was really good with a 937 round per minute fire rate and a 4-shot kill, which equates to dropping people really fast, and it had pretty good mobility. I liked how it looked, I liked how it felt, so why did I find it annoying? Because of the 20-round mag, which wouldn't feel that bad if it didn't have a super fast fire rate. The reload time was longer than it took to shoot the whole magazine. The game forced you to use the extended mag for it to even function at all. And this game isn't like COD today, where you could put a billion attachments on your guns. You could only have one attachment unless you used Warlord, so you could use 2. But then you wouldn't be able to use sleight of hand to fix the reload problem, or steady aim to pair with your SMG that works so great. The PM63 may only be the most annoying to me because it was so close to being the most used SMG in Black Ops. What are you guys waiting for? Hit that like button already and subscribe for more Call of Duty polls and rankings, as well as some entertaining Warzone content. Modern Warfare 3, the FMG9, specifically Akimbo. The only mode where these were acceptable was in Infection. These were weapons I basically refused to use, and I would only use the MP9 machine pistol instead, which was great when you ran out of ammo in your primary weapon. But back to the FMG9s and why they were so annoying, get a load of this. They had a 1,052 round per minute fire rate with a 36 round mag naturally, and were a 3-shot kill. Do you need me to repeat that? With the Akimbo, you have 72 rounds, and combined they're going to be shooting 2,104 rounds per minute. And it only takes 3 shots to kill. I know I sort of just repeated information there, but I need that to sink in for you. What the hell was Infinity Ward thinking? Somebody please explain it to me. People think the ACR and the MP7 were the most overpowered weapons in Modern Warfare 3, but I think it's clearly the Akimbo FMG9s. Black Ops 2, Target Finder LSAT. Honorable mention goes to the Remington shotgun. The LSAT was a good light machine gun, and wasn't particularly annoying when people used it until somebody took the stupidest attachment of all time, the target finder, and threw it onto the LSAT on Nuketown and sat in the second story or just sat in a lane watching it and just sat there, demolishing the entire lobby without ever needing to move, because even a blind person could see the giant red boxes around everyone and never needing to reload until they already have their swarm. The worst was when the whole team was using them. I hope we get a remastered version of Black Ops 2 in 2025, but please, dear God, just forget to add the target finder into the game so we never have to deal with this combination again. Ghost, the Thermal M27 IAR. This one is very similar to the last, but fits Call of Duty Ghost so much more. This was the first Call of Duty that truly was known for being a camper's paradise, and the M27 IR was one of the 3 best weapons in Ghost and happened to be a light machine gun with a 100-round mag that did 48 damage a shot while having over 700 rounds per minute for its fire rate. So it could 2-shot kill if you just got 1 headshot across the whole map while having a faster fire rate, and then you add thermal on top of that, and you created a perfect weapon for all the campers to abuse us with. Like, why did you do this to us? I need to stop thinking about this one. Let's move on to Advanced Warfare with the BAL-27. Was the ASM one better by the end of the game? Probably. But this game was called Ball of Duty for a reason when it launched, because everyone and their mother used this weapon. But what makes it even worse is the weapon variants, specifically the BAL-27 Obsidian Steed, which was easily the best gun in the game at launch, and I would get killed by it over and over again. And since I'm pretty good at COD, and this was the first Call of Duty game with heavy skill-based matchmaking, I got super sweaty lobbies where all the little kids used mommy's credit card to buy supply drops until they got the Obsidian Steed. And I refused to buy a single supply drop in any Call of Duty ever for the money-hungry Activision. So I never got the Obsidian Steed, even though I got hundreds of supply drops for free. So this means the weapon I probably died to the most in all of Advanced Warfare, I could never even get myself and use it, which made it all the more annoying. Screw supply drops, screw skill-based matchmaking, screw greedy companies, and screw Advanced Warfare for introducing this cancer into the franchise. Rant over. Black Ops 3, Brecci. Time for a new rant to begin. This gun probably requires the least skill of any weapon ever. It kills in 2 to 3 shots as long as you hit 1 of its 8 pellets at any range, while having a fast fire rate. It was such a joke, and it had a unique mechanic where when you ADS'd it, it had extremely tight pellet spread that made it more like a slug round and helped it perform better at long range. But then up close with how its shots to kill worked, the hipfire with the wide spread made it basically impossible to miss and not get a 2-shot kill. This weapon was bad enough when a regular player used it, but then when people used the jitter mod on it to give it its fastest fire rate possible, it became even more unbearable. If you used the Brecci, you had no friends. And if you used the jitter mod, your family didn't love you. Infinite Warfare, the Proteus. It was a DLC weapon that was a sniper and shotgun combo weapon, and for whatever reason, when it was first introduced, it could not miss when you hip-fired it. So it basically gave you legal aimbot, and it is the first thing that COD ever gave away for free. But I guess that doesn't matter if it's legal, because Call of Duty has such trash anti-cheat anyways. Just look at all the hackers that were on Warzone 1. So for a few days, this was the most annoying weapon in Call of Duty history. But you know Activision wasn't going to be giving anything away for free, so they patched aimbot out and then they sold it on the side. World War II, the Lewis. Especially when people added rapid fire and a grip on it, then they would just chill on a head glitch and not move. The Lewis was arguably the best gun in World War II, and it was also the camper's favorite weapon. That's the main problem when LMGs are just a little bit too good, because they can create a massive camping issue, but sometimes there's LMGs like the World War II MG15 that's great with hip firing and fire rate that make it sort of a rushing light machine gun. That one isn't super bad like the Lewis. Who remembers all the corner camper sweats shooting through containers on shipment in World War II? They were all using the Lewis. Black Ops 4, Reaver. Honorable mention goes to the strobe light operator mod on the SG-12, but back to why the Reaver is the most annoying. A one-shotting crossbow can always be annoying to go against because it just takes a lucky shot to end your streak, but this one is even worse for a couple of reasons. It was easier to use than any other crossbow in Call of Duty. It has 4 shots in its mag instead of 1. And Black Ops 4 has the highest TTK of any Call of Duty, so that makes one-shotting weapons far more powerful in this game than any other. It works well up close and it worked well at range, which is why it was more annoying than the strobe light SG-12. It caused so much mayhem that they nerfed it and it was still too good, but not quite as unbearable. Modern Warfare 2019, the R9O Dragon Breath. We had a few shotguns on this list, but this is the first one with Dragon's Breath, aka firebolts, that made sure if they didn't get you with their shots while they were alive, they got you with the fire in their afterlife, burning you to death. There was nothing worse than playing shipment against a whole team using this weapon. Modern Warfare 2019 is the campiest Call of Duty ever. Yes, it's even worse than Ghost was, and even on the big maps, people would still just sit in corners and wait for unsuspecting victims to run through and get taken out into a fiery hell, and it even plagued Warzone for a while. The R9O was a pump action, but you could shoot 2 shots extremely quickly and then you'd have to pump, which made it even more powerful. Cold War, KSP-45. It is a 3-round burst SMG, and I usually like the burst SMGs with the Cheekum from Black Ops 2 and the Pharaoh from Black Ops 3. I use both of those a lot, but for some reason I absolutely despise the KSP. It felt like the burst delay was so gigantic, and I know there are people who swear by the KSP being good, but I guess I'm just trash with it. I couldn't use it for the life of me. They did buff it a couple times to make it better, but I still just could never get behind using it. I'm not a fan of how it feels or looks. This was probably my most controversial pick in this video. Vanguard Incendiary Grenade. I probably should have picked the combat shotgun, but I've already picked a few shotguns in this video, so am I cheating picking a grenade? Probably, but I need to explain to you how much I hate this incendiary grenade that just might be the most spam grenade in COD history. I actually had more fun playing Vanguard multiplayer at launch than Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 22 because of its faster pace and different pace game modes. But then they went and added the incendiary grenade in Season 1 of Vanguard and completely burned down any goodwill they gave me towards its game. So the incendiary grenade had the biggest damage range of any grenade by a minimum of 2 times the range, and on top of that, it sticks around for a while like the Molotov, but it also is blinding, making it incredibly hard to see past. Playing on any smaller map with the faster pacing, meaning there's more players in the match. Do you remember 10v10 matches on DOS House? With every single player spamming these nades? Absolute torture. Modern Warfare 2022 Riot Shields. Maybe you thought it should have been the Vaznev or the KV Broadside Dragon Breast shotgun that is arguably worse than the R9O. But no, it has to be the attack of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sweats. There are just so many sweaty turtles running around. I can't describe to you how annoying it is to go up against an entire team using overkill just to put their turtle shell on their back so they don't have to have any map awareness of where people are because they can't be shot in the back. The turtle playstyle is the biggest bot move in all of Call of Duty history, and if you do it, I hate you. Don't worry, I say this to my friends' faces who do it. Makes me embarrassed to know them. Hopefully you didn't get too annoyed watching this video. I know I got a little annoyed at the end thinking about the human turtles. And are there any weapons that I may have missed that are super annoying? And if you enjoyed this video, you'll also enjoy the most underrated weapon in every COD on screen here. Peace.